Hi friends! Today's video is my first ever advice video and it's about 10 things that I learned in high school. So I graduated this June and I figured I would just share some of my advice with you. My first piece of advice is that popularity doesn't matter at all. So high school in Germany is that from 5th until 9th grade you're in one class with like 20 to 25 people, maybe more if you're unlucky, and then you're just thrown into a course system. No one really knew my class, so like 20 people in the grade knew me and the other 100 had no idea who I was, and it was a little bit intimidating at first, and I totally feel you if you're intimidated by it, but honestly it's not that bad. Just be yourself, be nice to everyone, don't overthink it. There might be some people that don't like you and that's okay, that's how life works. You might meet some incredible people that you never would have met otherwise. Some of my best friends I've made these past few years. So my second piece of advice is to be open to new friends, new experiences, really anything, just be open. My freshman year of high school I actually ended up in a biology class where I didn't know anyone, and it could have been a really horrible year, but that actually turned out to be one of my favorite classes. I really liked the teacher and I just made so many new friends, so definitely be open to new experiences. And I also started theatre freshman year and honestly it was just so much fun, such a great group of people, so definitely be open to try new things. My third advice is sort of also a mantra that I had with me through finals season, and that is effort won't betray you. If you put in the work, you're going to get the results. It's not always easy, but if you keep working hard towards your goals, you can and you will achieve them. High school is definitely the place where I learned how to balance a lot of different tasks at once. For example, I was in student council, but I was also my class's president, and obviously I had 2 AP courses, they're mandatory here in Germany, and I was trying to get a 4.0 GPA, so it was a lot of work, but effort won't betray you. Try to balance all of the work, it will help you so much in your later life. My fourth piece of advice is it's only high school. It's only 4 years of your life. They're not going to be the best 4 years of your life, and in the long run they will matter, but not as much as you think. So don't take yourself too seriously, just have fun, enjoy it while you're there, make the most of your time. My fifth piece of advice is that everything's going to change. A lot. You're going to change, your friends are going to change, your priorities and your mindset, and that's a good thing because through change we grow. And looking back at myself in freshman year, I don't even know who that person is anymore. I've changed so much. I have new people that I'm really good friends with, people that I don't talk to a lot anymore, and that's okay. We've grown apart because we've changed as people, but it's good. If we didn't change, nothing good would ever happen. The sixth thing I learned is that high school is hard. It is, no denying, but you don't need to make it any harder than it already is. We have the privilege of living in a time where there are so many open resources freely available to us, like at our disposal. SparkNotes saved me while we were reading Romeo and Juliet. And for anyone living in Germany, the YouTube channels, The Simple Biology, The Simple Chemics, The Simple Mathematics, honestly, they raised my GPA by quite a lot. I'll have all of this listed down below, but honestly just use the resources available to you. It will help your GPA, it will help you sleep better at night knowing that you actually understand the stuff and won't have to freak out in math class the next day. There are so many resources, just use them. My seventh piece of advice is to befriend your teachers. And anyone that knows me and went to high school with me is probably laughing right now just because I was friends with all of my teachers. And the reason why is because A, it will make your life so much easier. Just knowing your teacher and being friends with your teacher, they're a lot more likely to help you if you don't understand something, if you're failing a class. It just makes it a lot easier for your grades. And the second reason is that they've already lived a big part of their life. More than likely they'll have a lot of valuable lessons that they've learned that they can share with you. And if you're as lucky as I am, I had so many great teachers. It would just be really fun hearing their take on things. There were so many times that at the end of the class I just stayed and talked to my teachers about politics and the situation in the world, or about the topic that we were discussing in class, just anything. So if you have good teachers, befriend them. If you don't have good teachers, try not to get on their bad side. The eighth thing I learned in high school is that you won't have everything figured out. And that's okay. There were so many people in my year who already knew which university they wanted to go to, what they wanted to study, when they wanted to get married, and honestly, that just wasn't me. It's very easy to compare yourself to others and think that you have to be as far as they are, but you don't. If you don't know what you want to do yet, then try and figure it out. You have your entire life ahead of you. You don't have to have everything figured out at 15 or 16 or 17 or 18. And you also don't have to have everything figured out at 20. Just live your life and you'll find out eventually. The ninth thing I learned is not to take everything for granted. As an example, education. High school might not be for you. You might hate all of your classes and just not want to be there. And that's okay. High school's not for everyone, and college isn't for everyone either. But you should at least value education as a resource and know that it's a privilege to have free education. The 10th thing I learned in high school is that there are many different ways to live your life. It's really easy to think that someone else has their life all figured out because they have good grades or they always look really put together. But you never know what's going on behind the scenes. The main thing is to realize that everyone is on a different journey. That's completely fine. That's the way it is. Everyone's different, and that's good. So why bother tearing yourself down by comparing the beginning of your journey to the end of someone else's who has a completely different destination in mind? The main thing is really to figure out what you want to do with your life, the person you want to be, the impact you want to make, the legacy you want to leave behind. Just figure it out for yourself and take the time you need. But honestly, it's just high school. It's 4 years. It will pass. So I really hope you enjoyed the video and maybe even learned a thing or two. If you want to subscribe, you can click the button that should be right over my face. You can check out my last 2 videos right here, linked on screen, and my social medias are written down below. Hope you enjoyed the video.